It is head torch review time here at the channel, and I personally think perfect timing because we've still got a couple of cold, wet months to navigate here in the UK. So I'm sure a lot of you are still getting lots of use out of your current lighting system. But the head torch we're actually looking at today is the updated version of the HL18R-T V2 from FENIX Lighting. Now, if you follow the channel for any period of time, you'll know that I'm a massive fan of their head torches, and in particular their HM65R-T unit has been my sort of go-to lighting system for the last few years, and I really do enjoy the features and the build quality of that torch. But I actually had the previous version of this, and I used to use it as a training light, or it used to be my sort of backup lighting system when it was sort of required for my mandatory race kit. So let's dive into the video, find out about the new features and updates, but also talk all about how this headlamp has performed over the last couple of weeks. Thanks for tuning in again, folks. Hope you are all fit and well. It's great to have you along. I'm Roy Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. So I personally think that a quality head torch is an essential item of running kit these days, whether you're putting it on your head for a winter's training run or you're packing it into your race vest for a challenging ultra marathon. You know, it really is an essential item of kit, and I get a lot of use out of mine, especially this time of the year. I really do think it's an item of kit where we need to invest a bit of money into it because you really do get what you pay for. So stay tuned till the end of the video to find out why I think the updated HL18R-T V2 from FENIX is one of the best value running head torches on the market. So let's give you the lowdown on the latest headlamp offering from the guys at FENIX. Now, the brand produced lots of different lighting systems, including headlamps, but also handheld torches. But the light we're looking at today has been specifically designed for the trail running market. So it is fully rechargeable and it's powered by a 1900 milliamp rechargeable battery that comes with the unit. Really easy to charge up via a USB-C cable that's included in the box. All you need to do is plug it into the bottom of the unit there and it will be fully charged in 3 hours. But it can also run on standard AAA batteries, and I think this is a really important feature to have when it comes to our running head torches. It's a nice compact lightweight unit weighing in at only 103 grams, and that's including the adjustable head strap and the rechargeable battery. It incorporates 2 primary beams, so we've got the white beam for sort of standard running conditions, but we've also got a warm white beam, which is a more penetrating light for if you're out there in foggy or misty conditions. And I actually love this feature, especially living down here by the sea in Cornwall. I get a lot of use out of that warm white light feature. We've also got a handy red light feature in there, so that is perfect for any sort of close proximity lighting situations. It comes with a nice, comfortable, breathable, fully adjustable head strap, which actually utilizes this bi-directional rotary adjustment system. So makes it really easy to adjust the tension on that head strap on the move. FENIX have also added some nice high-vis detailing on that strap for safer nighttime running, and they've even worked in a little emergency whistle, and I think that is a great attention to detail. We've got a 60-degree tilt mechanism so you can get that light set up at the perfect angle for you, and all the features are activated by 2 big easy to reach buttons with a bit of texture on top of the unit. So again, very easy to make any adjustments on the move. Speaking of those buttons, another feature that I always look for in my running head torches is a lock-in feature, and by that I mean we've got this little button on the side of the unit. If you flick that button down, the torch is going to flash 4 times, and then that means that those top 2 buttons are locked off. So that's going to stop any sort of accidental activation when you've got the torch in transport or you've got it shoved into your race vest, because believe me, there's nothing worse than grabbing out your head torch in a race as the sun goes down, going to turn it on and finding out that it's accidentally turned on in your pack and now the battery is flat. So being able to lock those 2 buttons off is a great feature to have. As far as the all-important lighting modes go, when it comes to the white beam, we've got a low setting of 70 lumens that's going to give you a beam length of 36 meters and a burn time of around about 20 hours. Medium setting is 130 lumens with a beam length of 49 meters and a burn time of 10 hours. Stepping it up to high mode, we've got 350 lumens, which is pretty much bright enough for any sort of trail running situations. And that's going to give you a beam length of 79 meters and a pretty impressive burn time of around about 6.5 hours. And then last but not least, you've got the brightest mode, which is the turbo setting at 800 lumens with a beam length of 125 meters. However, if you activate the turbo mode, it's going to give you a little short burst of 800 lumens, but it will then drop down in brightness just to protect the mechanism from heat, but also to preserve that battery life. The warm white light outputs are slightly different, so we now get a low setting of only 5 lumens. So definitely not bright enough for running, but it could come in handy if you were using the head torch for, say, camping. Then we've got a mid setting of 70 lumens. That's going to give you a beam length of 34 meters and a burn time of around 20 hours. The high setting is 130 lumens with a battery life of 10 hours and a beam length of 46 hours. And then, like before, we've also got a turbo mode that's going to give you 500 lumens this time with a beam length of 89 meters and a burn time of around 4 hours. We've also got that handy red light feature that's going to give you a constant 5 lumens for around about 50 hours. And you've also got a handy SOS mode. So this could get you out of trouble. So you can activate the torch and it's going to flash out SOS in Morse code. And it's going to do that for around about 100 hours. So that could be really useful if you do get in any trouble. And then last but not least, we've got a handy blue LED light battery indicator on the bottom of the unit. The torch comes with a IP66 rating for dust, rain and splash proof, so should hold up to sort of challenging winter UK conditions pretty well. It's also been tested for impact from a drop of 1.5 meters, and it comes with some electronic overheat protection worked in. And you get all of those great features packed into this small, compact, lightweight running head torch for a price here in the UK of only $62.95, which, knowing how solid and reliable the FENIX head torches are, I think is a pretty reasonable price. So how has the FENIX HL18R-T V2 running head torch performed over the last couple of weeks? Has it been a really good upgrade, or have I been disappointed by the changes? Well, the first thing I've got to say is everything seems to be really well manufactured, and that's always been the case with all the FENIX head torches that I've tested and reviewed on the channel. The light unit itself is nice and lightweight, but it feels solid at the same time. This head strap and the adjustment system are really well finished off, and all the buttons have a nice sort of tactile feel to them and a well engineered click. I found the elasticated head strap to be nice and comfortable, and the fact that we've got all these tiny perforations worked in all the way around, it also makes it really breathable. But for me, the standout feature of the strap has to be this rotary adjustment wheel. It couldn't be any more straightforward if you tried to adjust the strap on a head torch. So literally turn that wheel clockwise to tighten it, anti-clockwise to loosen it off. So it makes it very easy to make any sort of micro adjustments when you're out there on a run. So quite a unique adjustment system, but it really is a great feature. I've said it before on the channel, but I really am a big fan of having those two different primary light outputs. You know, having that warm light option is something I use a lot, and I've got it on my current HM65R-T V2. So if I'm heading out and it's a foggy or misty day on the coast path, it's great to switch that more penetrating warm beam on. Or if I just want to rest from the brighter white light, then that warm beam also does that. So if you've never run with a head torch that has the two lighting options, I would definitely recommend it, and I think it's a great feature to have. I also think that FENIX have got the lumens output for each individual mode just about right. So having that medium setting on the white beam of 130 lumens is bright enough if you've reached that point in a long ultra marathon in the middle of the night and you just want to hike it out, or if you're making your way up a long climb in a mountainous race, then 130 lumens is definitely going to get you through that. And then you've got that higher setting of 350 lumens, which is a super bright light, and it's going to handle most trail running situations. And considering that it's a nice, small, lightweight, compact unit, around 6 hours of burn time at 350 lumens is pretty good. I actually tested out the battery life, keeping the torch on that white beam on the high setting of 350 lumens for all of my training runs. And I've got to say it performed well, but it did come up a little bit short compared to the manufacturer's guidelines of 350 lumens and 6.5 hours of battery life. I actually got under 6 hours, around 5 hours and 40 minutes. But considering the size and the weight of the head torch, I actually think that's still a pretty good performance. Also, when we went away to the Wadi Rum Desert for Ultra X Jordan, both myself and Liga took along our HM65R-T running head torches to use in the race itself, but also to help us around camp. Now, we were staying in open tents and sharing them with 8 other people, and most of the stages of that race started super early before the sun came up. So it was really handy to have a head torch to sort your kit out and to get dressed in the morning. All our other tent buddies would flick on their red light features. Unfortunately, we didn't have that on our HM65R-T, so it made it really awkward because we were trying to get ready without kind of blinding the rest of our tent buddies along the way. So I think it's a really good feature to have in a head torch if you're going to be racing like that. So it's great that the HL18R-T V2 comes with that red light feature. So all in all, I think it's been a great update this time round, and I think everything that needed to be tweaked has been done, and it's really upped the performance of this head torch. I think having that warm light and the white beam options, obviously a pretty good burn time for that 1900 milliamp rechargeable battery, the super comfortable, nice and breathable head strap with that very clever rotary adjustment system, the fact that everything is so simple to use, from the easy to reach big buttons on top of the torch to the little click button on the side of the unit to lock it all off. And like I said, everything seems really well engineered, and that's all been packed into this nice, minimal, lightweight running head torch that comes in at only 103 grams, including the strap and that battery, for that very reasonable price of $62.95. I personally think the HL18R-T V2 is the perfect option for your first running head torch. It does everything you need a head torch to do and more. Plus it comes with that super dependable bomb-proof manufacturing that's going to hold up to the test of time, and it's not going to break the bank. Or if you've already got, say, an HM65R-T, you're super happy with it, but you want to save that for race day and you're looking for a training head torch, or you need another light to form part of your mandatory race kit, then I personally think that this head torch is a great option. And on that note, it brings today's review video to an end. If you are interested in finding out any more information about this head torch, then I've left a link to the FENIX website in the description below. There is also a discount code there for our UK viewers, and that will get you 10% off any purchase. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Hope you found it helpful. Don't forget, if you have, to hit that like button and maybe subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Super simple to do, just by clicking on that little red box down there in the corner. But best of all, it is completely free. It won't cost you a penny, but it's definitely a big help to the channel and greatly appreciated. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching. We will see you back here very, very soon. And as always, stay safe and keep on running. Thanks for tuning in again, folks. It's great to have you along. Hope you are all fit and well. I'm Lloyd Purvis, and this is Run4Adventure. So I think a quality head torch is an essential, and it's also been tested for impact from a drop of 1.5 meters. We've got some electric overheat protection built into the unit, and I can't remember a thing. 36 meters and a burn time of around about 20 hours. Medium setting of 130 lumens, a beam length of 4